everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel. So in today's video I thought I would do a what to expect on your first driving lesson. This is from my first hand experience. Not all the driving instructors are the same. Every driving instructor teaches their own ways, but I'm going to talk to you what happened on my first driving lesson, and it'll give you an insight what will happen on yours, because they are very similar. Everyone's like driving first lessons, but like I said, different instructors do different things. But let's just get on with the video. So the first thing is that your instructor that you've picked, whatever, you've got your date and everything, they will come to your home address where you've told them to pick you up, or they'll come to a designated location where you've told them to pick them up, and they will pick you up from there. So then when they meet you, you will get into the passenger seat, obviously because you don't know how to drive yet, so you'll get into the passenger seat. And then the driving instructor will greet you, be like, hi, I'm blah blah blah, I'm going to be your driving instructor because you've picked me, whatever they say. And then they'll introduce themselves like I've just said, and then they'll try and make you feel welcome into the car. They'll make you feel calm. They'll tell you like it's going to be okay. Like they'll tell you they've got dual controls when you actually do get in the seat, so you shouldn't feel worried or nothing. That's what they'll basically explain to you. So now they will explain to you what you will be doing on your first driving lesson. This is like you'll be stationary at your location for like 15 minutes maybe, while they just talk to you and stuff like that. So they'll just tell you like, oh, in today's lesson we're going to do blah blah blah, and I'll take you here so you can start learning, and then you'll start. So then after they've told you that, they will take you to a quiet area. So in my place, I said it's really quiet. It's near a pharmacy, and like there's like little tiny junctions where they're not really junctions, but you know it's there. But that's where most learners go to learn first in my city. Well, the area that I live in, that's where they go first. So I went there, and that's where I learned. Okay, so eventually when you get to that quiet place, you will then switch seats with your driving instructor. So you'll now be in the driving seat, and you don't need to worry. You know, you'll be behind the wheel. You can like feel the wheel, do whatever you want. Just like, obviously you're not going to move anywhere, but you can just feel it, stuff like that, and like just take it in that you're actually sitting in the driving seat. So now the driver instructor will go over the cockpit drill with you guys. So that is like where you do the head restraint, your seat, you put your mirrors in the right place. What else do you do? Yeah, I think that's, yeah, you just put your mirrors and your seat in the right place and the head restraint. Oh, and you can move the steering wheel any way you like, so you can pull it forward, backwards, or up and down. It's different in every single car, but most cars you can pull it up, down, and like forward and backwards to get it to your position. Okay, so when you are adjusting it, before you do, they will get like a book out, or they might get an iPad, but my instructor had a book, and they get it out and they'll show you pictures of what the mirrors are meant to look like what you're meant to see in the mirror for you to adjust it. So obviously on the book it'll show you need to see the back full, what's it called? The back of the car when you look into the centre mirror. That's what you need to see in there, and they'll show you a picture, and then you'll be able to adjust it. And once you can see that, then you'll be like, yeah, and then you can move on, and then that's literally you have adjusted your mirror to the correct place. So once you've done that, then you'll eventually put your seatbelt on, and they will teach you your blind spot. So that's a 6-point check, where before you move off you'll check here, and then to this mirror, the front mirror, well not the mirror, the windscreen, you'll check out, and then to the right mirror, and then your right blind spot, because the right blind spot is the most important one. But if you're parked on the other side of the road, it'll be the left blind spot, but mainly you will be parked up on the left, so you're gonna have this blind spot as your main blind spot, you know what I mean. So yeah, they'll teach you all of that, and they'll also tell you which pedal is which. So in a manual car it's CBA, which is clutch, brake and acceleration, but in an automatic car, which I learned in, it's brake and acceleration. So yeah, BA. And then they'll explain to you how to move off. So obviously if you're in a manual car you need to get like the biting point and everything, but automatic, easy, you just literally let go of the brake and go when it's safe to do so. So now that you've done all that and you're ready to move off, you will eventually move off after you've done your blind spot check and it's safe to go. You'll move off. Now you're on the road and you're building a little speed. It'll only be like a little bit, like literally a tap on the acceleration, and then you'll go for like literally a short while, and then they'll be like, okay, can you now pull up on the left again please? So you'll just pull up and you'll stop, and you put all your handbrake up and put it back in neutral, or you'll put it in park. So now you'll do this over and over again until you feel like you're getting used to the car a little bit and you're understanding like how it works and how you're meant to drive. So yeah, like I said, you'll do pulling off and pulling up, like maybe like 10 times, something like that. I think that's what I've done, like about 10ish times, maybe more. So now once you've got that done, most of the time they'll then teach you how to go to a junction and turn left into a junction. So for this, you will be shown in that book again or the iPad of how you do it. So my instructor, because it was like when you laminate a paper, it was that. So she had a whiteboard pen and she would like draw on it and tell me how to do it, and then also like show me with the stuff in the car, you know. So then they'll explain to you, like when you turn left, obviously you have to look in the centre mirror, the left mirror, then you put your indicator on, and then you're able to turn into the junction. They'll teach you all of that, but it is hard at first because when I did it, like I kept forgetting to like look in the mirrors. I was literally just turning, but you'll get used to it, and obviously they will teach you that. So yeah, and if you're not quite understanding anything or you find it quite difficult, remember just to ask questions, because everybody starts at the same point. Like I started at the same point as you, like, you know, we need to ask questions to get on with things, to like get up there and get better at things. So ask questions if you need to, or again say, could you explain that to me again, I don't quite get it, and then I will explain to you again, because it's really important, obviously, because you're driving on the road with like other people. You don't want to like cause accidents or anything, not that that's going to happen, but you don't want to do that. So then after you've nailed your left turns into a junction, they'll allow you to start moving on to the right turns into a junction if you have time, because my first lesson was 2 hours long, so obviously I had time, but most people opt for the 1 hour lessons, so you might not have enough time. But if you do, like I did, you will then be told how to turn right into a junction. So obviously it's different to being left, because you have to look in the centre mirror, right mirror, indicate right, and then if there's cars coming down, you need to stop and let them, because they have priority, and then you give way to them, and then you turn into the junction. So they will explain this more, and they might even like practically show you how to do it, because yeah, like I said, it's more technical when you have to like wait for cars and stuff, and you have only just started your first driving lesson, so you really need to know that. And by the way, these junctions that you're getting taught in, they're not major junctions. They're like, I don't know, I think they're called minor junctions or something like that, but they're not major junctions, so there's literally nothing to be worried about, because it's going to be a quiet area and things like that. Well, hopefully they take you to a quiet area, because most driving instructors do. So again, if you have been great at this and you have enough time in your lesson, they might tell you to move on to something else and show you again other things that you're going to be doing in the lesson in that book or on the iPad. So for me, I went on to traffic lights, because the traffic lights are quite near the quiet area, so it's quite quiet at these traffic lights again. So what I did, I just literally went to the traffic lights, obviously stopped when it was on red. She taught me like what I have to do before in that book again. She was like, okay, so when it's red, whatever, if it's like turn on amber you can go, then green obviously you can go, you know, stuff like that. But then she was telling me, okay, now you're going to go straight at these traffic lights. So I did that, and then it was good. And obviously at traffic lights, well, some traffic lights there's cross junction, so this traffic light was a cross junction. So it's like, okay, we're going to turn left first, we'll do the bit of them, and after that she said, okay, you can do a cross junction now. So she got that book out again and showed me what a cross junction was, and obviously I did that. Basically a cross junction is the same kind of as waiting to turn right, so you just literally stop in the middle and then turn right at the cross junction, because it'd be like exit, 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 so it's like that. But that's what I did next, and you might too. Then after you've done these things, because the 1 hour or 2 hours will be up by now, you will be took back to your home address or wherever you ask them to take you to be like dropped off, I guess. But they will drive you home obviously, because you've only just started. But for me, because I was in automatic, I drove myself home on my first driving lesson. Like I was quite shocked that she let me do that, but I drove home by myself. Well, obviously not by myself, but she was doing it, and I did go on main roads. I don't really know how that happened, but it did, and I was quite good at it. But obviously in a manual car, you're not going to be on your first lesson, so unless you've had previous lessons with your family members or something. But if you're just like first time ever lesson ever, you will be like, you know, so they will drive you home, and once you get home they'll book you in for a next lesson if you want to do your next lesson, who knows. But yeah, I just booked in, or you can too, and you're on your road. You're getting there, mate, you're getting there. So yeah, then they'll just, that's literally it, I think. Yeah, that's it. So you just turn the car off and not you turn the car off, but you just talk to them and like book your next lesson like I've said, and they'll probably say, what do you want to do next time? We can do this, and you'll be like, yeah, okay, we'll do that, and then that's it. You know what your next lesson's going to be on. So what I suggest is, before your next lesson, watch YouTube videos of what it's like, and then you'll also have a little insight, and they'll also show you on the book or the iPad what you need to do, and boom, you can get on with that lesson. And you might be building like the lesson up quickly, and you're doing it quickly, you'll get moved on to other things, so you'll get more for what you pay for. So yeah, since prices are going up for petrol and lessons, we need that. So watch YouTube videos. That's one tip I'll put in this video. But yeah, well done, your first lesson is over. I hope it went well for you guys. My first lesson went well actually. So yeah, if you liked the video, thank you guys for watching. Bye.